What's going on, guys? Glenn with Glenn's Auto Performance here, and I thought I would bring some more LS oil pump tech info to you this morning. You guys seem to be enjoying those videos about the oil pumps, so I've got a few different things laid out here to show you this morning, and we'll just expand a little bit more on what we've been talking about. So this video will be two parts. So one, I am kind of bringing some awareness or introducing the new Boundary racing pumps that we have begun stocking. I'm pretty excited about what Boundary's offering. I got an opportunity to speak with them at PRI, and I was impressed with what they're doing and the quality of their product. So I'm excited to now have some of that in stock, and I'm going to show you a little bit of it this morning. But I also wanted to kind of talk to you about some differences in oil pump efficiency and what I have done on my own pump here in the center for one of my builds, and why I do some of the changes that I do on my engines, and then how we can offer that to you guys in the Boundary pumps and kind of how it all ties together. So again, Boundary Racing Pumps, they are doing high efficiency LS oil pumps and oil pump drive gears. So you can see I've got their drive gear here in front of my pump, and I've got their actual 10295 oil pump assembly here on the right. Then on the far left, I have just the standard Melling 10295 out of the box. And I've disassembled each of these so that I can show you some of the differences between them. So I'll start by talking about the Boundary 10295 pumps that we're offering. This is a high efficiency pump. So I'm going to start by showing you some of the upgrades that this pump offers, and then we'll do a comparison between the other two options I've got laid out here on the desk. So Boundary Racing Pumps, they have developed their own pump housing. They use their billet drive gear set, and they have their own backing plate or front plate that they machine. And I'll talk a little bit about each of those components. So first, the billet drive gear set. These are available as drop-in drive gears for your Melling 10295 and 10296 pumps. If you already have a pump that you're running and you just want to upgrade the gear set, that is an option. So these are CNC machine billet. They are heat treated and polished. They offer two different levels of heat treatment: their standard heat treatment and their Martinsware treatment. Between the hardening process and the design of the gear set, they offer a couple of advantages, not only to efficiency but also RPM capability. So the factory Melling gear set is susceptible to flow limitation and cavitation kind of above the 6,000 or 7,000 RPM range is where you start to kind of taper off if you look at a pump flow graph, and a lot of that has to do with gear set design. So Boundary has done some improvements, and they have a couple of different variations. Their drop-in gear set, you can see here, looks a little bit different than their off-the-shelf pump gear set. But you can see here, and if it doesn't show up, I'll shoot another section of video, but they've chamfered a lot of these edges. They have changed the gear design, obviously, to make some improvements. And the flow rate, volume-wise, remains the same, but the efficiency of the pump is significantly improved. So when I say efficiency, I mean that it's going to be less apt to cavitate, less apt to aerate the oil, and more capable to maintain flow as RPM ranges kind of extend beyond that 6,000 or 7,000 RPM threshold that we started to see issues with the Melling standard gear set pumps. So there's a look at that gear set. They rate these to 9,000 RPM, the standard gear set. The Martinsware treatment is rated, or I should say tested, to 13,000 RPM. They didn't have any issues at 13,000, but they didn't test it any further than that. So tested to 13,000 RPM, rated to 13,000 RPM, possibly capable of more. I don't know of any LS that's turning more than that. So I'll move on to their pump housing here. This is basically a traditional LS pump housing. However, Boundary has made some improvements to the casting. So the main thing that I notice here on this pump when I compare it to other options is that they have done some work in the inlet of the pump, and they have removed some of the restrictions and some of the protrusions that stick out in some of these factory pumps. And again, I'll shoot some more video here if it doesn't show up. But there's the standard 10295 inlet on the top there. And in the 10295, there are a couple of ridges and a couple of ears that stick out that affect flow. Boundary has altered that casting some and eliminated some of what I would consider inlet restriction. So we've got the improvements to the inlet here. No major changes to the outlet or the discharge. That's one place that I think that these LS pumps can be improved upon, and that's where I spend a lot of my focus when importing them, is on the discharge. However, I think out of the box, this Boundary 10295 high efficiency pump offers the closest design to a ported pump that I am aware of out there. So this is gonna be my go-to off-the-shelf option for guys that are looking for standard volume, high efficiency, and then high pressure. So these take the same Melling oil pump springs that we talked about in our last video. It's going to come pre-installed with a 10 psi overspring, but you could run a Copo spring or standard psi spring in this pump body, no problem. It is exactly the same geometry-wise as a factory LS pump. So the last little feature I wanted to talk about these Boundary pumps is their CNC machine faceplate. So one of the areas on the Melling pumps that can be improved upon is this backing plate. This is a cast, I believe, iron piece on the Melling pump, and the raw kind of sanded cast finish is exposed inside the pump body against the gear set, not directly against it, but where the actual oil flows from the gear set inside the pump body. So when I'm porting them, that is one of the areas that I work on smoothing out, and Boundary has done that already on there. So this is CNC steel, I believe, and it is much smoother and much slicker on the inside. In addition to that, with it being CNC'd, you know you have a 100% true surface so that you get a really nice seal against the housing that is going to be airtight to prevent any sort of potential air leakage that could create aeration or cavitation from around the pump housing plate. That's not really a major issue, but having a 100% true and uniform surface is an advantage because the better the pump seal, the more efficient it's going to be overall. So given that this is CNC machined, that's something that K-Tech used to do on their ported pumps. They might still do it, but they would CNC machine the plate so that it had a nice uniform seal on it. That's kind of a premium pump feature that Boundary has incorporated in this design. So these are listed on the site now and available. They're in stock and they're ready to go at the time that I'm filming this video at least. So check these out online, guys. I believe that they are $2.99. If you want drop-in gear sets, they start at $1.99 depending on your heat treatment options. So if you don't already have a pump, it's an excellent value because for $100 more than just the gear set, not only are you getting the upgraded billet drive gear set in this pump, but you're getting that CNC backing plate and the high efficiency pump housing. So let's shift our focus over and let's talk about areas of improvement that opportunity lies in on the factory Melling pump design. So obviously we know the gear set can be improved upon. We talked about some of the RPM limitations of the gear set and how the high efficiency Boundary gear sets help improve upon that. So not only do they extend the RPM capability of the pump, but they also reduce wear via their heat treatment process and all the chamfering and their ability to move and direct the oil in a more efficient pattern. So the drive gear is probably the biggest area that you can improve on these pumps, longevity-wise and efficiency-wise. And those are available drop-in for the 10295 and the 10296 Melling pumps. In and above that, we briefly talked about the backing plate. Again, this cast kind of sanded finish is an area that can introduce some turbulence inside the pump. So if I were porting this, this is an area that I smooth out, and you can see that I've done that on my personal pump here. And, you know, we're not looking for show quality finish here. What we're looking to do is remove any of that casting texture and smooth it out so that the oil can pass over that without creating any sort of turbulence or drag. So finally, the pump housing itself. So obviously, if you're porting an oil pump, that's what you're focusing on. You're trying to improve the path of oil into the pump and out of the pump. And I will probably have to film this on another camera to really kind of illustrate this to you guys. But there's two areas that I focus on these pumps. One is going to be the inlet to the pump, where it's drawing oil from the pickup tube and the pan into the pump. And the second area that I focus will be the discharge of the pump, where it's pushing the oil out of the pump and into the engine block. So the objective here in porting the pump is to remove any sort of restriction or sharp edges, because fluid doesn't like to make sharp turns. It likes to make smooth radius turns. So if you're looking to improve efficiency, that's how you're going to do it, by reducing the effort in which that fluid has to make to get in or out of the pump. So we'll take a look at the inlet here. Again, I spoke a minute ago about some of the restriction that's present on the inlet of these pumps. And to be honest here, we're not talking about negative aspects. These pumps perform excellent out of the box. We run 10295 and 10296 pumps out of the box all the time. There's not a problem with them. But when you're looking for that last 5 or 10%, where can you improve upon? That's what we're talking about here. So smoothing out this ramp here, removing this little tang that sticks out, and then radiusing everything into the pump body is where you can make some improvements here. So just eliminating sharp edges, chamfering these these sharp corners here and radiusing everything in is kind of what you will see that I've done here. So you can see I've smoothed this ramp here. I've opened up the inlet so that it is all one uniform diameter from the first step. And I've laid everything back into the pump body so that there's no sharp edges here remaining, and it ramps in nicely. One little thing I do here, Melling has casting bumps here. Again, we're talking about minor things, but I smooth those out and polish them into the pump body just to prevent anywhere that oil could potentially start to create turbulence. So now let's take a look at the outlet of the pump, or the discharge of the pump. Again, this is the area that I feel like can get the most improvement on LS oil pumps. This is where the oil discharges into the engine block, out of the pump body itself, and you can see there's this really sharp edge here around the entire perimeter, and there's this solid wall here that oil hits as it kind of rolls off this top edge from centrifugal force of the pump. So that is an area that I focus on when I am porting these. So I really lay back that edge, and I'll show it to you in a minute, and then I chamfer for everything and roll it into the discharge of the pump nicely. So I'll show you that here on the ported pump. So you can see how much I've laid that edge back. See if I can get these side by side. So I've really radiused that edge back into the pump body. I've actually removed quite a bit of material here so that this oil can flow off of this wall and into the discharge of the pump without hitting a solid edge or having to make a tight bend. And then around the entire perimeter, kind of down here, there was a little edge too. Laid all that back and then smoothed everything 360 degrees as a nice uniform transition out of the pump. And then you have to be careful on the back side where it actually goes into the engine block, but I do some minor improvements in there too. I carefully get my tool in there and just chamfer some of the edges here, and then I run a polishing ball in here to take any sort of imperfection and smooth it out, just to make everything a little bit more uniform as it exits the pump and into the engine block. So just to kind of recap on the video overall, the 10295 and 10296 pumps off the shelf are an excellent high performance option. Melling CNCs the housing, they phosphate coat them. There's a few advantages that they offer over a standard M295 factory replacement pump. This is my ported pump here. This is kind of my personal, where can we improve efficiency? We talked about some of the changes that I made on that pump and why I made them. And then finally, we've got the new Boundary High Efficiency 10295 Performance LS Oil Pump. One thing I didn't mention earlier, all of these Boundary pumps are all blueprinted. They come with a record of assembly and a certification sheet that show all the clearances that were measured on your individual pump. I mean, Boundary really goes in above and beyond any sort of typical off-the-shelf performance part company out there nowadays. I mean, they really take pride in what they do. They're a U.S. company. They're out of Texas, and I'm glad to be working with them. So it'll come with your O-rings. It'll come with your record of assembly, and it'll come fully assembled and ready to bolt on with all of the upgrades that we discussed earlier in this video. So again, $299, they're on the site. If you just want drive gear sets for your existing Melling pump, they start at $199, or if you want their premium 13,000 RPM treatment, that's $299 for the gear set, and those are available online now too, in stock on the shelf, ready to ship.